I want to work smarter, not harder, because it's really easy to work really, really hard and have like not a big outcome from that. I was an apparel merchandising major in college, so like fashion purchasing. My mom was a model, so I think that's probably where I started, and I did a lot of child modeling. So I think that's maybe where I kind of got my interest originally. Growing up, I was like drawing like on napkins. I was like drawing wedding dresses. I wanted to be like a wedding dress designer. That's all I wanted. When I was in college, you know, kind of fashion, like the fashion marketing, and that's what I was doing. And then that's when COVID hit. And so that was my sophomore year. And in fashion, I didn't really realize it, but you don't really need a degree for a lot of fashion kind of things. You need to kind of get an internship and kind of get in the industry. That's right when COVID happened, and that's when people like kind of go in their sophomore year. So I kind of pivoted pretty suddenly after that. And then I was like, do I really want to be, you know, kind of working for someone else, doing, you know, the designing of stuff? So I think someday I'll just have a lot of fun designing my own wedding dress. So it took me about 8.5 months to go through, you know, and get into an assistant management spot and then kind of learn the back ends. And then I got into a pretty bad car accident. So I stayed there a little bit longer, so for about like 4 months, and I had the opportunity to run my own business. I feel like I was really prepared. Like I said, I was an assistant manager, so I feel like I was really prepared by that. But I think it's just that sudden switch of everything is your responsibility all of a sudden, where it's not just like you're running kind of or helping someone else run their company. So I think that's the biggest change. My mom she wasn't really particularly supportive when I first started. She didn't understand the hours. She was like, wasn't into the whole, you know, me doing kind of the direct sales part. She just, like the whole thing she didn't really get. I got my new office and she's real happy now. I moved down I'm from Iowa. I'm from Southeast Iowa, small town. I moved down to Tampa and then started like 2 days after I moved from Iowa, just packed everything and moved by myself. And I think I just like so intensely didn't want to end up how a lot of people in my small town were. I was like, you know what, I'm starting to reach this time where, you know, after COVID I moved back home, but now I'm like, if I don't move out now, I don't want to be stuck. So I was like, I have to get out and do something with my life and see what else is out there. Because I'm like, there's always, you know, you can always fall back on going back to a small town. So I just wanted to do something, and I didn't care how much, you know, work I had to put into it, but I just wanted to like, just go fail and mess up a bunch and just go try being, you know, in a city by myself. I love being bad at things. So I just keep like kind of failing and then getting back up, and then eventually, you know, it worked out for me. So I think people that have like a really strong driving force where they're like, okay, you know what, this is something I want to do. I think that's something that's just kind of internal. Like some people have like a really strong drive and some people don't. And I think it's also their stage of life people are in. Sometimes people just want to like go all in on something, and some people just aren't in that stage. They want to go, you know, party a lot and go spend all their time with their friends, and they're not really like, you know, ready to be serious about a career. And some people are ready to just kind of dive in, and then, you know, I'd rather enjoy my life more in my 30s and just work hard in my 20s. Definitely my mom. So I think definitely my mom, watching how hard she worked, and that's something that's like important to me too, is like, I want to work smarter, not harder, because it's really easy to work really, really hard and have like not a big outcome from that. I was like, I grew up super poor with a single mom. So that's how I grew up, and I was like, I don't want to work super hard and not have a lot of money. Yeah, it was definitely a bad time. It was definitely a bad time. My mom just took me with her wherever she was going. So like whenever she would like do anything, she would just bring me with her, which is why I was really good at talking to people. And I think like talking to people that are older than me a lot. So I've always been like, kind of had that gift of gab and just always enjoyed like, you know, kind of talking to people, because I'm like, that's what I always did. My mom never like could afford babysitters, so she'd just bring me with her to places. I don't think success is guaranteed. I think you have to put in a lot of hard work to be successful. I mean, I think some people probably have success guaranteed, like if you have like a really nice trust fund or something, like, you know, that you just get handed to you. But if you want to work for anything bigger, I think you have to put in a lot of effort, and just keep working. But I think if you do keep working, I think you're always going to be successful. Like if you just keep trying and you have like a good student mentality and a good work ethic, and you like are a really good student and just keep picking yourself back up, I think then success is guaranteed. But I don't think you're just going to get success by like waking up every morning at like 10 a.m. and not working, and you know, you're not going to get it that way. I want to be able to travel and like go explore, and, you know, be able to be really successful, have a really successful, you know, run a really successful business, but then also just be able to enjoy, you know, life and kind of reaping all the benefit of all that hard work. I think like a Europe trip. It sounds kind of cliche, but like, going to Italy and Greece and, just eating a lot. I would love to go to Fashion Week. I'd be so happy, but I would love to go to Fashion Week. So that's definitely up there that's definitely on the goal board. I'd say just watch what your mom does. Like, watch your mom put in a lot of like that work that she's putting in. The kind of like rewards that you get from putting in a lot of work is incredible. The reason I have such a strong work ethic, whether or not, my mom like wasn't making the kind of money that people make in this industry, but watching how hard she worked and how much she the resilience is the reason I am the way I am today. So if I had, a single mom that worked in this industry, just watching like what she, how hard she works and understanding that kind of that sacrifice a little bit. I mean, kids have a hard time with it, but being able to like see parents that can like go to all their kids' games and stuff like that, that's like the coolest thing ever. So just like watching like your parents kind of instill work ethic in you, and that's like one of the most important things.